And we are seeing a lot of new legislation that, under the guise of child protection, often, I believe, pushed by well-meaning people who just don't have the knowledge or education to understand the implications of what they're doing, that could fundamentally eliminate the ability to communicate privately digitally. I don't know. I think there are a number of interests converging, but the overall theme I'm seeing is a deep desire for accountability in tech, which we saw animated mid-2010s, that then has been weaponized. I think we're seeing kind of surveillance wine in accountability bottles, where it's like accountability looks like more monitors, more oversights, more backdoors, more elimination of places where people can express or communicate freely, instead of actually checking on the business models that have created massive platforms whose surveillance advertising modalities can be easily weaponized for information ops or doxing or whatever it is, right? Like they're an unwillingness to hit at the root of the problem. And instead, what we see is effectively proposals to extend surveillance into government and NGO sectors in the name of accountability. So that's one.
That's one. Well, let's double down on that, since we'll get to your next two. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
One is AI. So.
Oh yeah, well, don't worry. We're getting there. And and if any of the threats are in this room, we can talk about it later, or you can
please raise your hand.
Point with your eyes. Don't worry. No, I know it's not anybody here necessarily. And but specifically, one of the laws that we were talking about is the UK right now is with using the Investigative Powers Act. They're bringing the broom closet to be like, oh, now we're not going to allow updates that we don't approve, and then you can't roll those out globally. It's this effort of what you're talking about to stifle specifically strong encryption, end-to-end encryption, for the purposes you mentioned. Is there anything that you can do? You're not in the room, so I guess we just have to let it happen, right?
We make our case clearly, and we make our opinion known, and we have a lot of technical credibility, so we advise on this. We were very outspoken when the online safety bill was being proposed. And we see this, there's a dual attack happening.